This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I'm going to read the governor's order. So, pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, MGL Chapter 30A, Section 18, and the governor's March 5, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on a number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Southbridge Board of Assessors will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and/or parties with a right and/or requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the Southbridge website at www.ci.southbridge.ma.us. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch the meeting may do so in the following manner. Go to meeting, the invitation that's on the agenda. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the Southbridge website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. So, actually, let me close my door. It's kind of loud out there. Okay, so I'm going to call the meeting to order. Okay. The first order of business: review minutes from prior meeting. Hang on a minute. I'll read them. So the prior meeting was Board of Assessors, minutes of meeting August 6, 2020, remote access. The remote access meeting was called to order at 6:00 p.m. All members were present. Chairman Kanoya read the remote access clause. The minutes of the July 16th meeting were read and accepted. The board reviewed and signed the warrant and notice of commitment for 2020 motor vehicle excise tax commitment 3 in the amount of $48,053.23. The board reviewed and signed the warrant and notice of commitment for 2020 motor vehicle commitment number 4 in the amount of $73,207.17. The board discussed and signed the warrant, notice of commitment, and associated documents for rollback tax for property located at 803 Charlton Street. The board reviewed and signed the Munis monthly report of motor vehicle abatements processed in the month of July. 2018 motor vehicle exemptions in the amount of $71.25. 2020 motor vehicle exemptions in the amount of $275.19. 2020 motor vehicle abatements in full in the amount of $374.44. 2020 motor vehicle abatements in the amount of $1,162.11. Open taxpayer forum. There were no attendees. Board of Assessors distributed mail. There was none. We had the Board of Assessors open forum. And the adjournment, the meeting was adjourned at 6:30 p.m. Respectfully submitted, Wilfred B. Kanoya. Do I have a motion to accept?
I make a motion to accept those minutes.
And Diane, a second. Diane?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well, so all in favor? In favor. Next item, open taxpayer forum. I see we have a member signed in. Would anybody like to address the board or make any comments to the board?
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So seeing none, okay, we'll move on to agenda item number 4. Review and sign monthly warrants for motor vehicle abatements for the month of August. So give me a minute. So let's see. For the month of August 2020, motor vehicle abatements. We have 43 abatements in the amount of $7,035.91. So if the board has any questions, we can go into those. But what I'd ask is the board members come in at their own, volition over the next couple of days and signed the monthly list of abatements. These are the ones that were granted by the office itself. And okay, any questions on that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Seeing none. So the next item is discuss progress of valuations and new growth. I've been working on that all through the summer. The valuations on the real estate side are close to being done. Right now, I'm still working on the personal property, which is mainly done, but I'm in the process of working on the solar fields and the pilot agreements that we have existing and some new solar that's coming online. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty much it. Once that's done, I will have the board review it. Should be ready for our next meeting, and then we'll be submitting our evaluations to the Department of Revenue. Are there any questions?
No.
Okay. All right, so the next order of business, review Chapter 61 application and documents for 199 Derpy Street. So give me a minute while I get that folder. So 199 Derpy Street, you may or may not remember, that's the old La Salette Mission House.
Oh, yes.
Behind the golf course. So that property was in Chapter 61 previously. A previous owner removed it and actually paid the rollback tax to remove it. Current owner, the person who bought it, has just submitted to the board his application along with his application along with the forest plan signed by his forester, which is, who's his forester? Give me a minute. These folders are about 300 pages thick. Oh, here it is. John Joseph Kowalski of Walker Road, Southbridge. He's a Massachusetts registered forester, license number 406. They did the plan. He did the plan. It has been approved by the state forester, and now I've reviewed it. Everything conforms. We have to sign it, give him back his certification. I see nothing which would cause us to find reason to deny it. He's submitted a check in the amount of $105, which we will use. I'll prepare a lien, a forestry lien, and that will be recorded at the District Registry of Deeds to protect all of the town's interest in the Chapter 61 forestry program. To do that, I'm going to need you guys to come in. You can review it when you come in, all of the individual paperwork and so forth. But we'll have to sign the lien. It has to be notarized, so we have to sign it in front of a notary in the clerk's office, as well as the application. And then we will submit it. Then we'll have the lien recorded. I'll notify this person that he's been accepted, and this property will go into Chapter 61 beginning in July of 2021 for fiscal year 2022. that's pretty much it on that. On that property, not all the land is in forestry. As you all know, there's 3 different parcels. The first one is parcel 70, lot 1, total of 9.89 acres, and only 4.19 acres of that is going to be classified, which means what, 5.6 acres are not in the program, and the 5.6 acres that are not, the land that comprises the house. I think there's a second house on that property. I think there was a barn, the road, the driveway going up to the house, and some other areas. But then there's 2 other parcels where all of the land will be in the program, which one is 16.9 acres, the other is 29.6 acres, whatever that totals, 35, 36, about 40 acres total in the program, and about 5.5 acres not in the program. So again, that'll be ready next week if you guys can come in and sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When did the property sell?
He bought the property. Good question. I gotta look. He bought the property about 1.5 years ago. It takes a while to go through all of this forestry stuff with the state forester. To get into this program, it's about a 2-year delay. So give me 1 second. I gotta look it up. His name is Joseph Oleksak. And he's renovating the whole thing. I don't know if you've been back there at all, Fran.
No, last time I was back there was in the springtime.
Yeah.
And not much, some light work was being done, but it still looked pretty rough.
Yeah, I think he's doing a lot of it himself. He has a business as well. He supplies restaurants with certain things. So he told me when he brought this in, he has a lot more time on his hands than he wishes. So he bought it on April 1st, 2019. April 1st, 2019. So this property actually has been in Chapter 61 several times. Maple Tree Corporation had it in 1993. They sold it to Julia Hillman, who had it put it back in 1999, who sold it to Mac Brown, who had it in there and then took it out. He's the one who recently took it out and then sold it to this guy, Joseph Oleksak. So anyway, that's that. And the documents will be here for you guys to come in and take a look at next week if you want.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
This is Mike Marchetti.
Yep. Go ahead, Michael.
What's the point of this? Is this to preserve the forest?
Well, I'll give a quick little rundown. So the state has, under state law, there's Chapter 61, Chapter 61A, and Chapter 61B. Chapter 61 is forestry, Chapter 61 is agricultural, horticultural, and Chapter 61B is recreational land. These laws have been in place ever since Prop 2.5 started, to the best of my knowledge. And what it allows is this. On land that is in the program, that is in the forestry program, you have to submit a plan how to best manage the forest. You have a forester who has to come up with that plan. It has to be approved by the state forester, and you have to adhere to that plan. So it promotes healthy forest. It also makes owning large pieces of land like this, I don't know what the term is, but affordable or not cost prohibitive, because the property, the way it used to be valued under the law that changed in 2008, was it was valued at approximately 5% of fair market value and then taxed at that. Back around 2008, they overhauled the laws of this, And now it's no longer valued that way. It's valued based on the state has an advisory committee of foresters, farmers, and some other interested parties, and they come up with the value, what an acre of forest land or an acre of hay fields or agricultural land, what it would, what the use value of it would be. So it allows people to maintain forest in a healthy condition, like I just said, at a reasonable rate. Where normally if you owned 100 acres or 50 acres or whatnot, your property taxes on that would be in the value would be in the several $100,000, and your property taxes could be a few thousand all the way up to much higher than that. So it allows the land to stay natural and promote it the way I said. It's also in every town a town is protected when a property goes in that. So when you put it in, you sign a rights and obligations of the person going in signs this. And some of the things the town has is we have a right of first refusal to purchase the land at either fair market value or to match a bona fide offer. So that if the property was going to be sold and converted to a non-permitted use, which means development, housing, whatever, factories, just a non-permitted use under the program, the town has a right to buy it at fair market value. And then there's also what's called a rollback tax or a conveyance tax, where the town recovers. If it happens in the first 5 years, we recover all of the savings that the person had. If it happens after that, we recover 5. If it happens in year 6, the town, and it comes out of Chapter 61 to a non-permitted use, the town would recover 5 of the 6 years of savings. If it happened in year 10, the town would recover 5 of the 10 years of the savings, and so forth. If it happened over 20 years, we'd recover 5 years of the savings, and the person would have 15 years of the savings. But that's just a real quick little summary. And what else did I want to say about that? But it's also no community has any choice in this. It's state law, and if the person meets the criteria, you have to accept it into the program.
And how much, if you can divulge, how much taxes has the person paid on this?
On this one?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know. I know this parcel, the main one, which only half of it, the main parcel where the 2 houses are, is valued at $486,000. And even if that one went in, the bulk of that one would remain because only 5 acres of land on this parcel is in the program. So I'm not going to speculate how much it would go down, but the vast majority of this one, the taxes would remain on it. There are 2 other parcels contiguous, which he's putting in. Hold on a minute. The other one, about $60,000, about $1,200 maybe, approximately. And the third one, one's kind of similar to that, I guess, a rule of thumb.
So he hasn't paid $100,000.
No, the $100,000 isn't the tax. That's the that was what the value would be.
I thought you said that they would be paying $100,000 in taxes.
No.
All right.
Again, the first
All right,
parcel.
I misunderstood you then.
Oh, it's all right. Are there any other questions on the property?
No, I guess that's it from me anyway. Thank you.
Okay. So Fran, Diane, any questions?
No, I don't have anything.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, good. So the next item, any new business that wasn't foreseen? Nope, everything's been on the agenda. Agenda item 8, Board of Assessors open forum. Do you guys have anything you want to discuss?
Do you know when they have face-to-face meetings again? Is that in a plan of any kind?
Gosh, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. I can't tell you. I don't think any local boards are meeting face to face with the. No, I don't even think the town council is. They did for a little while, but technological problems they couldn't overcome. But I can't tell you. As soon as possible, I want to. I mean, we have a board like
that'd
ours.
be great.
I know it would. Because but I can't tell you. I don't know. As soon as my guess is it'll be in the new year because it's all based on the governor's regulations and guidelines. But I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it at this time.
Will, what, can I say something,
Okay.
Will?
Sure.
What if we all had laptops? Wouldn't that work?
For
Then
meetings.
Then we could talk to each other, but also anybody who wanted to call in, they could also hear us.
So
Just a
are you
thought.
calling? No, I know, but I mean, right now I'm on my desktop computer and I don't have a camera on that. If I could do it on my laptop and you'd be able to see me, but I don't think. Diane, are you calling in on your telephone,
No.
Diane?
Yeah, I'm on phone. I don't have the other.
Yeah. And Fran, are you on your phone or are you on a? Are you on your phone, Fran?
Well, clearly we'd
Hello?
have to provide laptops.
I'm on my phone, yeah.
Okay. So you're on your phone. Anybody could call in using a smartphone and have the camera and a lot of the things of a laptop. Laptops are extremely expensive, and if somebody doesn't to supply laptops to people, that's just quite a large expense. And then in addition to that, then you get all the security concerns of people who are not in your network that you're supplying laptops to. I mean, I just don't see it I just don't see how it's easily feasible, particularly for committees, boards and committees like this, where we meet twice a month. And if somebody's only, I mean, you yourself, I'm sure you're on a lot of meetings, Mr. Marchetti, where initially they might have had a couple of technological problems, but after you resolve them, they don't really repeat themselves.
It was just a thought. I mean, clearly, I'm not saying everybody would get a laptop to take home, but if we had a meeting place and there was a laptop for everyone to use, I would think that would work, but that's just my thought anyway. I'm sure that we're not going to do that. I think that would resolve the issue. I mean, I'm getting tired of the remote myself.
Yeah. Yeah. In our particular case, I knew Franny and Diane don't. Like if I was remote, I'd be using my laptop, which would have a camera, and I'd be on. But I know they don't have cameras on theirs either way. It's just the more individual technology you put out there. If it's somebody's own equipment, they're pretty much a master at it, or they know it pretty well. But when you put out other stuff for them with passwords and so forth they have to go to and other things, it can become problematic. But even more than that, right now is a time on my IT end of it, everything's under threat, and you're locking it down more and more and more. I mean, so you got to be real cautious. So myself, at this time, I don't really think that's well, number one, it's cost prohibitive, but on the other end of it it opens up a lot of issues. These go-to-meetings, not so much, but if the town provided laptops to them, so you have to be up-to-date laptops, which means Windows 10, all new. A new laptop with the software you need, $1,500 to $2,000 with the software you need, unless you're just buying a little Chromebook kind of thing as an interface. But yeah, anyway, it's an idea. For our board, I don't see how that's feasible, but
Feasible. No.
yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that's just my thoughts at the moment. Hopefully this will all end and we'll be meeting in a room and face to face. And when we talk about papers to be signed, 3 people can sign it, as opposed to 3 people talk about it and 2 people get together and I hand you the papers and say, you know, look these over. And so, especially on a small board like us, just getting together would be so much more efficient. But okay, in any case, is there anything else?
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't have anything.
when I go in to look at that info on the chapter 61, I just go into your office during normal town hall hours.
Yeah, the town hall is open to the public. It's in a folder, which, you know, I'll show you. I'll show you, and you can go through it. Yeah, but the town's open to the public, and we have been since, I think, beginning of June.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and those abatement reports are here as well. So yeah, just come on in. If you wanted to call ahead, I'll make sure they're, you know, that Francine and Mark know where they are. But you know, they're all available.
Call ahead when I go in.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if there's nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Okay. And Diane?
Yes.
Okay. Fran, yes. And
Yes.
Will, yes. So the meeting is closed at 6:29. And I'll see you guys next week. And we'll have a meeting I think the next meeting is scheduled for October 15th at 6 p.m. Okay?
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Take
Thank
care,
you.
everyone. Bye.
Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.